Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. As you can see, we're in a newly remodeled building. What I've done is I've ripped all the stuff out of this building and moved it across to my new sort of workshop building, I guess you'd call it. So I've just thrown that over there. I also found that putting these heat cables like this seems to produce copper pretty quickly. So anyway, back to here. We were going to go on with tinkers. So I've managed to, that one stack of, I got a stack of obsidian, ground it down, and that gave me 4 stacks of seared bricks. And as you can see, I've made most of the things I need: parts, stencil table, crafting station. I do actually have my blocks of iron and some patterns and stuff ready to make the tool station, which is what we need. Unfortunately, the tool station needs, well, we can make reinforced stone, we know that from the reinforced pick. A block of copper is pretty easy, but these ashen stones are going to be a bit of a problem because we're going to need ash piles. Ash piles need alchemical waste from embers. Basically just means we need to get on with some embers sort of stuff. So this episode, as much as I wanted it to be about tinkers, it's going to have to be about embers for a little bit. So what I've decided to do is rip all of this apart. And this is going to be my embers room, I guess. So what we can do is, that's nice and empty now. We'll grab some of these bits and pieces from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, I haven't quite got enough room in my bag. I should have dumped some stuff. Let's just push L. We can throw our guide in there at least. I'm not sure what that is, Enchiridion or something is this mod, but it lets you put books in there, which is kind of handy. So what we're going to do is move I'm going to move the Ember Activator. So the Ember Activator I'm going to put up, I don't know, probably at the back somewhere. And let's have the Ember Gauge on there. Now we need to attach the Ember emitter. Now I've made an extra emitter, so what we're going to do is have an emitter on that side and an emitter on that side. We will grab a lever on there and a lever on there. Cool, so that's going to throw our Ember out. We're going to need to have a melter. We're going to get 2 melters actually. So the melters are going to be, I should have already put that in the middle, shouldn't I? No, we should be fine. Let's put a melter here and another one, should we say there? And then what we're going to need to do is have the receptors, and the receptors need to go on the bottom. So receptor there, receptor there. Cool, so this means what we can do is we can direct the flow of ember to there, and there to there. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to use this mixer centrifuge, which is a new block. So the mixer centrifuge we'll put there. And we're going to need to grab the mechanical pumps. Now I think the pumps go from the top. Look, we might have to move that a bit. Maybe to there. Yeah, that'll do. And then we've got some fluid pipe. So we can go pipe into there. Pipe into there. Oh, whoops. Not what we wanted. And then this will hopefully mix things up. We're going to need to still pump through to here. So we're going to break that and just put it off. Maybe we'll put it on the wall for now. The bin we need to put underneath. So let's put the bin maybe there. And we'll throw the stamp base on top like that. We'll break this up so that we can, don't have any cobble on me. Got 1 in the folder now. All right, so we need to get the stamp base or the stamper, sorry, and put that there. Grab our bar stamp, throw it on there. And then the only thing we're going to need is some pipe to come out of here. Right, so that goes into there. Which means we're going to need... Yeah, okay, so we're going to need one more... we're going to need some more of that. Alright, let's run and do that. Actually, you know what? I will run away and cut this here because I'm going to need to make a few more things. So I'm going to need to get myself another lever, which I think I've already got levers. I'm going to need to make some more fluid pipes and another mechanical pump. I want to bring some different stamps through here as well as trying to find us some stuff to melt, find my hammer and all the other bits and pieces. So I'll be back in just a moment with some extra bits and pieces. Okie dokie, I think we've got all the bits we need, just running back across. Now, while we're here, let's grab this chest and throw it somewhere. Look, against the wall will do. And just throw the flat stamp in there. Now, one thing I did forget to do was to put the receptor up on there. Cool, we're going to need our little hammer to go shift, right click, and then, oh no, shift right click there first, and then there, you've got to go on the receptor first. That gauge, the ember gauge, is usually pretty rubbish anyway. Right, so we're going to need to put that there. Now we want shards. Let's put 6 shards in there. Now, that won't be going because we've got these switches on, so if we do that... Why is that not going? Maybe it has to feed into the side. That'll be unusual if it has to feed into the side, unless it feeds into the bottom. But I didn't think it fed into the bottom. Let's try it anyway. Okay, cool, we can feed into the bottom. Awesome. And then we want to throw both of those to get into our melters. Excellent. Now, do we have any cobblestone in here? No, 0 cobblestone. Kind of annoying. Let's grab one from there. I'm just going to steal one from the corner, because we want to be able to put stuff into these two. So let's put one there, one there. I could have probably put one in the middle, to be honest. Now, what I wanted to see if we could do is put ingots in. We can put 2 ingots in there, and all of them in there. Interesting. So if I did shift, there's 144 millibuckets is 1 ingot. Awesome. So that's got 1 ingot in there, which means we need another 9. So hopefully there'll be 18 left over. Yep, there we go. So that's enough. These things are going to need switches on them. Those are the levers that I needed for that. One there. One there. Excellent. So we're going to just leave that for a bit, and that's going to go into this mixer centrifuge. I've actually forgotten. Oh no, I haven't. We've got the right bits there. So we needed the pump to be there. I'm missing a couple of levers. So let's run. I nearly made extra levers as well, thinking that I would need more. We want sticks, and let's just grab some of these. 8 will do. Plenty. I'm sure we'll use them at some point. Now, I've discovered some tricks with these filing cabinets as well. I don't remember if I mentioned the last episode or not, but they're a bit finicky, so you need to not have a shield in your hand or anything in your offhand. If you've got something in your offhand, you will not be able to get the last 2 filing cabinets out from inside the filing cabinet, which is kind of annoying. I want to put that on there and hope that that stops the stamper. I want to put that on top of there. And how are we going? There we go, 1.4, there's all 10. 1.4, all 10. Now we should be able to flick and flick. And this should now end up with some mixing. So it's empty, but the mixer centrifuge has nothing. That's a bit interesting. So I wonder if it needs power. So let's have another quick read of the book. So we go melt it. Mixer centrifuge used to make Dawnstone. Input fluid. So this here does look like it has a receiver on the top. So different bottom faces. Provide the mixture with ember and pump it out of the top and back into the fluid tank. Alright, so we do need a receiver on top of that as well. Oh, there's some Enderman floating around. So we're going to need another ember receiver, which I think... Receptor? Yeah, I have enough stuff for that. Cool. I didn't even need to run all the way back over there. I had all the stuff with me. Alright. Sorry, a bit of running backwards and forwards in this episode. I'm not very well organised, am I? Okay, so we need our receptor to go on there. We're going to need to grab shift click there and left click there. And we'll shift click there and right click there. I think we need some extra ember in here. Let's throw another 6 in there. Yeah, there we go. Cool, so this, there we go, molten Dawnstone, fantastic. Now, I turned this lever on, I believe, which means it shouldn't stamp anything. No bin, no nothing. Excellent, so we should be able to turn that off and have it stamp. Actually, no, we shouldn't, because this lever is off. So if we change the lever, we'll end up with... Oh, and it's stamping straight away. Right, so if we need to take that off, because I need some plates as well. So let's try with the plate. And there we go, we're getting to some plates. Awesome. How many plates do we want, you reckon? 5. Let's grab 8 plates and the rest ingots. There we go. Awesome, so that's going to keep going. This is now, well, nearly empty. Mainly because this thing is, yeah, 1 bucket full. I guess the pipes must hold a little bit as well. 720. Awesome, so we are getting a bunch of Dawnstone ingots and Dawnstone plates. Cool, nice little setup here. So this should keep us going. I mean, I am going to need to keep swapping these between the melters and the centrifuge. The other thing I really wanted to make this time around was this thing called the alchemy pedestal. I'm not entirely sure what this does, but it looks kind of neat. So I'm going to make one of those. I don't know if I have enough Caymanite to make the stairs. I've got enough to make the blocks, but I don't think I've got enough for the stairs. All right, I'm going to run away and make sure I've got everything for this. We'll make ourselves an alchemy pedestal, and then we'll see what it does. Hopefully that is the next step for things that we need to do, and then we can finally get some of that ash and stuff happening. I know that, like I said, for the tinkers, we're going to need we're going to need this ash, and it seems that if you hover over the ash, it says made in the cinder plinth. Oh, maybe it's the cinder plinth that I need, not the alchemy station. Either way, we can either get ash this way, I think, with alchemical waste, which is why I think I was trying to use the alchemy thing, the cinder plinth being the other thing. So what I might do is I'll make sure I've got enough things for both, and we'll make both of them and see where we go from there. So I'll see you in just a bit. Alrighty, so we have rewired a few things. I'm just using this one melter to get across to here so that we can put some, well, if we look inside here, you'll see we've got three lead ingots in there, and what we're going to need to do is grab our hammer and shift right click and then right click. Probably add some more embers to this to get it melting. There we go, we are melting, that's on, that's going to there, and we have the plate thing in there. So this is how we're going to get ourselves our lead plates. Now, how's that going? If you hold down shift, one lead agent to go. Probably need look at that, goes quite a big distance as well. So there's nothing in there, nothing in there. I think we've probably got, like if we turn those off, so let's save our ember, and we should have maybe empty hand. Yeah, 3 lead plates. Awesome. So if we run back through here, which is where I've got the closest one of these, we should be able to go for a cinder plinth. Oh, look at that, we have enough. I smelted 2 silver as well, so that we can do that. Alchemy pedestal, even got enough for that. Awesome. There's probably one more thing we're going to need, which will be another receptor. Oh, yes, we even have enough for that. Fantastic. Now this is where I'm not sure what we have to do with these. So we have a pedestal and a cinder plinth. So the cinder plinth, let's throw them along this wall. So I'm not even sure what this is supposed to do. See, I couldn't find much information on this either. So there's obviously something has to go into there. I'm guessing we need to power it, if it's like everything else. I wonder what we can put in there. Turn that on. Yep, so we're getting power into there from something. What can we put in there? Camonite blend. Oh! Ha! Ash pile! Fantastic! Cool, so I'm not sure if that is the right thing to be burning, but it is giving us our ash piles, which is what we actually want to do. Ash pile was kind of what everything was about when we need the tool station. So we can now hopefully make some tinkers. Tool station, ash and stone. Oh look, we only need 4. Well, we only need 1 ash pile really to go with that stuff. So we can finally make ourselves some tinkers stuff. So I might leave the tinkers for next episode, and we'll keep going with this for this episode. Now, what can we do with the alchemy pedestal? We might be able to put more stuff into that plinth, but who knows? Shift, right click, right click. We are out of stuff again. Let's throw those in there. Awesome. Now, what can we put into here? Let's get some dirt and cobblestone and stuff. Oh, when did it get nighttime? I tell you what, these super dark night times are not very fun. So let's grab a bunch of those, throw them out, and that'll get them into, back into the filing folder still. We will grab some dirt, some gravel, some sand, just for the hell of it. I'm not sure, we've got nothing in there. I don't really want to put anything expensive in there in case, it breaks something. What have we got that's inexpensive? String, maybe? I don't know, bones? Clay? I don't know, that'll do. I really don't know if this is the right way to go or not with this stuff. I'm literally making it up as I go along. I haven't read any books. I haven't looked online. Well, to be fair, I did look very briefly online to see if I could find anything to do with this device here, and I couldn't find a single thing. So, so you can float stuff on top, which is interesting. Let's throw more of those in there. Okay, it's obviously got as much power as it needs. Let's just make sure we turn that off again. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Clay? See, maybe there's some other item that we need to use. Like some sort of beam cannon. Beam cannon sounds awesome. Blazing ray. Wow, so there's all sorts of cool things we can make. No, that doesn't do anything. Let's try one of these. Yeah, so obviously we're supposed to pipe something else into there. Maybe there's some molten stuff we need to put in there. Who knows? I'm going to have to wait a while for this one, I think, because I am just not... Yeah, who knows? It could be massive amounts of trial and error. So string. Oh, okay. So string burns for longer, gives us more ash piles. Interesting. And you can grab the string back out. That's kind of cheaty. Alright, so there's probably a bit of a bug there. You can put a piece of string in, get a couple of ash piles out, and grab the string back out, and you'll be fine again. So let's try that again. We've got 40 string on us. It keeps a record. That's interesting. So okay, it's not as cheaty as I thought. But that's cool. We can get some extra stuff out of that. And that's probably... That's probably all I'm able to do this time around. I mean, we've made some Dawnstone. We can do some cool stuff with the Dawnstone. Those are all disabled. Disabled. Grand Hammer. Dawnstone block. Okay, we're not about to make that anytime soon. Clockwork Pickaxe. Sure. We can make one of those and see what happens. I have a funny feeling we need to start holding these things to sort of store charges for bits and pieces that we're doing. Ashen Fabric. Alright, so here's an alchemy recipe. Now, this is the exchange tablet. Alright, so that's not... Yeah, okay, so that's not to do with the pedestal at all. But there is this exchange tablet that we could probably make. Anyway, I'm going to fiddle around with this some other time because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of trial and error and a very boring episode. Once I figure out what's going on, though, I will come back and we will revisit this and finish off Embers. Hopefully it's actually a finished mod and these bits are things that we can actually do, but we'll have to come back another time, basically. But for this time, that is going to be all for this episode. We can finally get towards Tinkers. I'll do that next episode, potentially. I may just end up making Tinkers between now and then, because Tinkers Construct is something that we have all done many times. So I'm not entirely sure if I'll record that one or not. Maybe I'll try and lump it in with something else. We'll see when we get there. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.